Hi, this is going to be my alternate day fasting sort of vlog type thing, I guess, just to mark my progress. My name is Jamie, and I am affectionately 32 again. Really, I'm about 42. I don't feel like I'm over 40. I don't even feel near 40. However, I am experiencing symptoms of things like adrenal fatigue, um, maybe an hormone imbalance, possibly some thyroid issues that I'm not quite sure on. I want to start alternate day fasting, and I'm hoping it will help clear up some of those issues. If you've ever had any trouble with adrenal fatigue or adrenal insufficiency syndrome, it's quite a bummer because there's a lot of stuff that you want to do, a lot of stuff that you need to do, but you just can't do it. And it seems like looking from the outside in, it's like, well, there's nothing wrong with you. You're healthy. You're not, severely, overweight or anything like that, but you have problems because even though there's something that you really even want to do, you can't because it is just you're exhausted. You're even if it's not tired, you're not physically like you couldn't go to sleep. You're just weary. So I have some challenges ahead of me for that. I've recently learned about the oat axis, which would explain the hormonal imbalance, which gives me the symptoms of high cortisol, but I actually have low cortisol. And what happens is your ovaries, or excuse me, your adrenals, when they are not making enough cortisol for your body to use, it can actually rob your progesterone. And even though your progesterone is naturally lower than your estrogen, when it robs it, the gap becomes bigger and you have what they call estrogen dominance. And so that is one of the things that I'm hoping to resolve. Obviously, I've gained a lot of, I say a lot because for me it's a lot. I've gained about 15 pounds within the last, with this past year, maybe since January. I had been doing intermittent fasting somewhere around anything from 17.7 to 22.2, and my body really likes the intermittent fasting, and I've done some alternate day fasting, and it really likes that. You can tell I feel better when I do that, and it helps my adrenals quite a bit. But recently I had an adrenal crash, just nosedive to where I was in the bed probably about 3 days, with very minimal getting up, and which is hard because I have kids. I've got 5 kids and a husband, and I am, he is amazing, and I can't not do anything all the time. So there was activity, but it was just like, it was absolutely forcing myself to do it. So right now I'm working on repairing my adrenals, and I sort of would like to chart that along the way. Right now I'm taking an adrenal formula that I put together. It's after Dr. Christopher's adrenal formula. I'm also helping my liver out by by cleaning it out so it can process the hormones properly, including cortisol and the estrogen, which I'm having problems with. And yeah, so that's my goal. I would like to lose weight, probably about at least 20 pounds, maybe 25 pounds, to a place where I'm comfortable. I'd like to be about 150, maybe 145. I think that looks good on my frame. And I just want to not feel like I'm so slow and weary all the time. I guess my main goal is adrenal healing. Also gut health. I notice when I fast and when I do that, it is much nicer on my gut. I don't feel brain foggy. I don't feel slow. I don't feel sluggish and tired because my body is constantly processing food. So I do like that. Some challenges that I'm going to have, wrote those down here, is I recently broke my ankle. I was rebounding and I just happened to come down on it wrong. I wasn't doing anything wild. Happened to come down on it wrong, and instead of getting a spiral fracture from rotating my foot outwards, my arch actually dropped and I broke the outside of my left ankle. It broke the tip off of my fibula. So I fixed that, and I'm working right now on walking to strengthen those muscles. Still have some issues with tightness in the tendons, but hoping to get some regular exercise, regular walking to stretch that out. See, also stress management. Natural stress on the body is not a bad thing, but we have a lot of healing, emotional healing in our family from some traumatic events. And so we have emotional issues that fly around our house quite a bit. And dealing with those as a person, I feel like I have to fix everything. And if you're that type of person, you know, that you feel like you have to fix everything, it's a lot more challenging to back off and let people deal with their own problems and not soak it up like a sponge. So that's one of my problems. Also, sleep management. With having 5 kids that range from 18, almost 18 to 8, you know, we got different sleeping schedules. We are also currently helping other people that sometimes keep us out late. And I'm just going to have to crack down on myself and make sure that I get proper sleep, at least 8 hours, to even feel like I can function, which some days is a real challenge. So yeah, sleep management, general and acute fatigue. So general fatigue is just how I feel all the time. I just don't feel motivated to get out of my house a lot. I don't feel motivated to do anything. And then the acute fatigue is when I've overdone something. It's like I've got dinner to make, or a big dinner, or I'm canning something, or working in the garden, and I've overdone it. And then, you know, the next couple of days, I end up feeling like trash and like I can't function and not being able to do even basic stuff around the house. And when I say not even be able to do basic stuff, sometimes when I give myself permission to have a chill day because I'm just worn out, and it's like, oh, well, you know, I like painting, I like spinning, I like knitting. That'd be a great way to chill. And my body's just like, no, girl, you can't even do that. You know, not even the things you enjoy, not even the things like painting where, you know, you have small muscle movements or anything like that. It's just the exhaustion, the mental exhaustion and the physical exhaustion. So that's going to be a big challenge for me to try and work around that, because I would really like to get exercise to help manage the cortisol and to manage the adrenal fatigue and make sure that things are moving around properly, proper lymph function, that kind of stuff. I want to make sure that I have weight accountability, because I want this to be a real thing, because I know I can be successful at this. I have before. And I want to encourage other people that if you need to do this and you're coming from the same place where you just don't have the energy to do it, you know, this is a journey I'm taking, and I'm determined that I'm going to get somewhere, you know, good days, bad days, whatever. And so the weight accountability, which I'm not too concerned with numbers, I go more off of how I feel and how I look. So that will be included in weight measurements. And just even body measurements too. I'm, you know, like to update on, you know, weekly progress about how to do that. And then exercise accountability as well. You know, how many times I've got to put a step counter on my phone so I can take it with me, and when I go for walks, and if I spend time on the rebound or whatever, which is still modified because of my ankle, I'm not doing very vigorous bouncing, but I'm doing something, and, you know, to make sure that I do that. And so I would like you to join me on the journey. If you're interested, you can follow me. I'm not all into that like and subscribe, but if you want to, hey, that's great too. So adrenal function, yeah, and taking my life back and being able to be there for my kids and enjoy going out and playing with them or going for a walk and having the energy to, you know, get through life without it being such a struggle. So this week I'm going to be preparing. This is the last week in May, the last full week in May. So today I believe is 25th, 2021. And I have this week, I'm going to officially start next week so I can get past my cycle and I can get past the initial stages of healing my adrenals with the supplements that I'm taking, a lot of adrenal support, a lot of adaptogens, a lot of liver support and cleansing that I just have to do before I can start this. I'm going to give myself a good week to sleep well, and then I'm going to start in the alternate day fasting probably next Sunday. So that would be, I think, the 29th, maybe the 28th. I'm not sure. Or no. Yeah, 30th or something like that. Next Sunday I will be doing this. So until then, I will talk to you later.